We are almost halfway through the international break, and Football.London looks at Chelsea's next 6 fixtures when the Blues return to action next weekend at Newcastle United. There has been definite progress at Chelsea, despite the side sitting bang in mid-table after the opening 12 games of the Premier League season. The Blues have managed to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City already this term in some thrilling encounters. Mauricio Pochettino took over the club in the summer and has faced a lot of inevitable, because every Chelsea head coach seems to face it, criticism already. However, this is a long-term process, and the Argentine coach knows it. Still far away in the distance, Pochettino told reporters when asked where he thinks his side are on their journey following Chelsea's draw with Man City at the weekend. That is the process, that is a different moment to this period, Of course, this type of performance we need to use for the future, and we can go step by step and maybe jump 2 steps. Caution, because today was a massive motivation and the fans and the crowd were amazing supporting us, and we need the fans also to be excited in the game when we will face teams here. Pochettino knows there has been progress, and particularly in attacking areas where Chelsea are looking dangerous now. But whenever the Blues have been a threat, it is usually against a team that like to come out and attack. Chelsea still seem to struggle against sides that sit back in a low block system. But in their next 6 matches, there will not be many sides who do that. A trip up to Newcastle United is next up for Chelsea after the international break. The Magpies have endured a mixed start to the season and lost time out against struggling Bournemouth, as a visiting side going to St James Park. However, it is incredibly difficult to get 3 points. Arsenal found that out earlier this month when they lost 1-0 in controversial fashion. Then Brighton and Hove Albion come to Stamford Bridge for the 2nd time this season. Chelsea already did a job over the Seagulls in the Carabao Cup, but will face another tough challenge when Roberto De Zerbi's men come to Stamford Bridge on December 3rd, 3 days later, and it is a long trip up to the northwest to take on Manchester United, who have somewhat turned things around recently under Erik ten Hag. Old Trafford, though, has not been a great place for United to play, particularly against the so-called Big Six this season. Everton away is next for Chelsea, with the Toffees now in more desperate need of points than ever. On Friday afternoon it was announced that the Premier League had slapped the Merseyside club with a 10-point deduction after they breached the profit and sustainability rules. Goodison Park is always a tough place to go, with the Everton supporters tending to create a really hostile atmosphere for opposition teams. Either way, Chelsea will be looking to grab all 3 points and run on Merseyside. Then, it's the easiest game on paper. Sheffield United at Stamford Bridge. But, bizarrely, this out of all of the games listed is the one most likely to trip Chelsea up. The Blades have struggled at the start of the season and are likely to come to West London with a defensive-minded game plan. If they do sit in a low block as expected, then Chelsea will have to overcome their struggles and find a way through. Newcastle then come to Stamford Bridge in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup in what could be a breathtaking tie in the capital.